Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum class. I'm your English teacher Zia. I hope that you're doing well. You are ready for English grade 6. I welcome you to English grade 6. Now let's see, we are on our unit number 6 and we are going to do our lecture number 5C with the competency of reading and critical thinking. Yes, today's lesson is related to reading and critical thinking. Now let's read our students' learning outcome and see what we are supposed to do. So as our SLO for today is really simple. Distinguish between fact and opinion. Distinguish means differentiate, identify the differences, because fact and opinion are two different things. We are going to see them, we are going to see the definition and how we, when we are reading something, how we can identify which statement, which thing is a fact and which statement or a thing is an opinion. Now, here is your vertical linkage and moving on to your brainstorming activity. Now, students, have you ever heard these words fact and opinion before? If you have any idea about them, then you have to take 2 minutes to write down a definition of your own understanding for what you think a fact is and what an opinion is. And can you come up with some examples? And do not worry about any kind of mistake, any unsurety, because you're just going to write what comes to your mind and we can check them later. Yes. Can you quote a fact and can you give an opinion or can you highlight them? Just do it quickly, think about it really, and we can come back later. Good. Okay, now let's start our lesson. Let's learn what is a fact and what is an opinion. A fact is something that is true and can be proven. It means a fact is always true and it can be proven. You can prove it with your analysis, with data. You can prove a fact and this will always come as true. It is truth. It does not change no matter who says it. If you don't like somebody but he's saying a fact, then the fact is always a fact. It does not change. Opinion, on the other hand, is something that someone thinks or feels about thing or someone. So it means that it may change from person to person. Every person has an opinion. Every person thinks and feels about something or someone in a different way, and that would be their opinion. Let's look at some examples. The most dangerous animal is lion. Now, is this an opinion or a fact? This is an opinion. This is what somebody thinks or feels about the animal lion. This statement is an opinion because a snake is also a dangerous animal. There are so many different animals that are either they are less or more dangerous than the animal lion. So it means that this cannot be proven that the most dangerous animal is lion. This is just an opinion. This is what somebody thinks or feels. Let's look at a fact. Liaquat Ali Khan was the first Prime Minister of Pakistan. Now, this is a fact. This statement, this sentence contains a fact because it is true. We can see the history. We can look back in the time and see that who was the first Prime Minister of Pakistan. And you can find the answer. It is Liaquat Ali Khan. So it means that this is not my opinion or this is not what I think or feel about Liaquat Ali Khan, or this is not anybody else's opinion or feeling. This is a fact. You can check it, you can prove it. But if I say that chocolate ice cream is better than vanilla ice cream, then this is not a fact. This is my personal opinion. You may say that vanilla ice cream is better than chocolate ice cream, and that would be your opinion. So we are clear about a fact. Something that can be proven, something that is truthful, that is true, is a fact. the sun rises from the east is a fact. The sun sets in the west is a fact also. But if I say, I think this book is really interesting, this is an opinion. This is what I feel or think. So we are very much clear about fact and opinion. Now let's move on. Now you are able to identify facts and opinion. Let's look at some examples over here. The statement, the Eiffel Tower is in Paris. Is it a fact or an opinion? This is a fact. Why? Because it is true that the Eiffel Tower is in Paris, in the city Paris. Next, water boils at 100 degrees Celsius at sea level. Now, this is also a fact because we can actually test it and prove it, and this is a fact. Barack Obama was the 44th President of the United States. This is also a fact. So you can check all these facts. They are truthful, they are true, and all these related statements that you see around you with your general knowledge, your ability, you can identify different facts and you can differentiate or distinguish them from opinions. So I hope that we are clear about it with examples. Now let's look at some opinions, right? We have read the definition of opinion. It is varied from person to person. Each person has different kind of opinions about anything or the same thing. Vanilla is the best ice cream flavor in town. Winter is not my favorite weather. Somebody may like winter. So this is not a fact, this is an opinion. This is also an opinion. I have a strong dislike for horror movies. I don't like it. So this tells you that this is not a factual statement. This is an opinion. In my opinion, Facebook is one of the common apps that can be found everywhere. This is an opinion. The government's new policy will have a positive impact on the economy. This is also an opinion. Because things can go either way. So we can say that all these are opinions because obviously they cannot be proven at the given time. They are not scientific things. So it means that they are just your opinions. Here is a simulation link for additional information that you can watch with interest after watching this video, and you can learn much more about the topic when you see that. Now, for your classroom activity students, just let's do it very quickly. Be very much attentive. Decide whether the sentences below are facts or they are opinions. Heart pumps your blood through body. This is a fact. Diamonds are the hardest substance on earth. A fact. Horse manure smells awful. This is an opinion. The human nose can detect over 1 trillion different scents. Yes. Can this be proven? Yeah. This is a fact. The world's largest snowflake on record measured 15 inches wide and 8 inches thick. This is also a fact. You can check it, you can verify it, cross check it, and you can prove it to be truthful scientifically, and you can always see that. So these are the different facts and opinions that we just identified. Now let's do your worksheet, a very interesting worksheet where you have to read these given sentences below and put them in the right table, in the right column. For your homework, you have to write 5 sentences of your own that include a mix of facts and opinions. Write some facts, then some opinions, and so on. Label each one as either a fact or an opinion. And then you need to explain with your writing that why the statements you identified as facts are facts and why the statements you identified as opinions are opinions. Now, first you will write like 10 statements. Some of them can be facts and some of them can be opinions. You have to identify them and then you have to label the reason why you think this is a fact and this is an opinion. So this is a very interesting homework. I hope that you will have a great time doing it. And at the end of the lesson, all these resources you can see here and you can access them to test your knowledge, put your learned concept into practice. Thank you so much for listening. I hope that now when we are reading something, when we are reading any kind of text, any comprehension passage, we can easily say, this is a fact, this is an opinion, and so on. Thank you so much. I'll see you in the next video lesson, students. Allah Hafiz.